Something shifted today in the collective direction. The North Node moved into Aquarius. The South Node moved into Leo. And for the next 18 months, the path of collective evolution, the direction the universe is pulling all of us toward, is Aquarius. Community, innovation, authentic individuality in service of something larger than the self. Walking your own path, in your own rhythm, true to what lives within you, in genuine contribution to the world. The lunar nodes are not planets. They are points, mathematical intersections where the moon's orbit crosses the sun's apparent path. In astrology, they represent destiny, purpose, and the direction of soul growth. When they shift, something in the collective story changes, and a new chapter begins. The Aquarius North Node is asking us, who are you when you stop performing what the world wants you to be and start simply being what you actually are? And what does the authentic self contribute? Not to prove anything, not to be validated, not to belong by conforming, but because it's genuinely what you're here to bring to the table. The Leo South Node is asking us to release the need to be the star at the center, the performance of authentic self-expression rather than the actual thing, the approval-seeking dressed up as confidence, the old identity structures that were built around being seen in a way rather than simply being. For empaths and highly sensitive people, this node shift is particularly meaningful because you have often felt caught between two experiences, the profound desire to belong and the equally profound sense of not quite fitting in anywhere. The Aquarius North Node is the resolution of that tension, not belonging by conforming, belonging by being undeniably, specifically, genuinely yourself, and finding that the right community was waiting for exactly that. And that's what this meditation is for. So when you're ready, find a comfortable position, whether that's seated or lying down, and let your body be comfortable and feel supported by the weight beneath you. Take a deep breath in and a slow exhale out, releasing the need to perform anything, even performing being relaxed. Just simply arrive as you are. And again, deep breath in and slow, deep release out. Let this one feel softer and even less managed. One more deep breath, and this time on the inhale, breathe in the energy of this node shift, something genuinely new in the collective story, something that is specifically, precisely good news for people who have never quite fit the mainstream mold. The Aquarius North Node asks us to move toward authentic community, not the communities we were born into, not the ones we joined because it seemed like that's where we should be, but the ones that receive the full, unedited version of who we are. I want you to feel that for a moment, honestly, without the usual social optimism. Where do you actually belong? Not where do you fit in by adjusting yourself. Not where do people seem to like you when you're performing the acceptable version of you. Where does the full version of you, the sensitive, the awake, the one who perceives things that most people don't talk about, where do you feel genuinely at home? Let the honest answer arrive. It might be a specific person. It might be a community that doesn't quite exist yet in your life, but you can feel the shape of it. It might be that you are building toward it and not quite there yet, and that's okay. And now, what is between you and that belonging? What part of yourself are you still not bringing in fully? What adjustment are you still making to be more palatable, more understandable, more easily received by others? The Aquarius North Node is saying, the adjustment is the thing keeping you from that belonging that you're looking for. The right community doesn't need any edited version of you. It's waiting for the real one. Aquarius is the sign of the individual who serves the collective by being undeniably themselves, not despite their uniqueness, but because of it. The revolutionary who changes the system by refusing to be absorbed into it. The visionary who offers something that wouldn't exist if they had conformed. So I want to ask you, what is the thing about you that is most specifically yours? The gift, the perspective, the way of seeing or being or doing that you have never seen quite replicated anywhere else. Now, we're not talking about what you're good at. We're talking about what you are. The quality of you that runs underneath everything. That specific frequency that is distinctly yours, even when you haven't been consciously choosing it. Let that be named. Even if naming it feels grandiose or presumptuous, name it anyway. Not for anyone else, but for you. In the privacy of this meditation, what is the thing that is most specifically, undeniably, genuinely you? That thing, the Aquarius North Node is saying, that is your contribution. The full, specific, undiluted version of you. Now, I want you to say this after me, either in your mind or out loud. I am specifically myself. My gifts are not generic. They are mine. Rooted in the way I perceive and experience the world. I release the need to make myself more acceptable. I commit to the full, undiluted version of what I actually am. Because that is what has something real to offer. The Aquarius North Node is not about self-expression for its own sake. It's about authentic self-expression in service to something larger. The individual who knows who they are and offers that, without performance, without apology, without dilution, to the community that needs exactly what they carry. What is the community that needs what you carry? Who are the people whose lives are genuinely different because you showed up fully as yourself? This doesn't have to be abstract. It might be one person. It might be a small group. It might be an audience you're building, a community you're growing into, a role that hasn't fully materialized yet, but that you can sense the shape of it coming. Feel the reality of that contribution, not as something you have to prove or earn the right to make, but as something that simply exists because you exist. The natural extension of being genuinely yourself in the world. The sensitive people, the awakened people, the ones who perceive things that most people don't talk about. This Aquarius North Node is saying to you, we need your full version. Not the managed one, the real one. The collective needs what you carry, and it needs you to carry it without apology. The South Node in Leo is asking us to release what has to go as we move toward Aquarius. The Leo South Node energy, at its most challenged, is performing authenticity rather than living it. Building an identity around being seen in some particular way. Seeking the spotlight as validation rather than as genuine expression. So, I want to ask you honestly, where have you been performing rather than simply being? Where have you been seeking validation dressed up as self-expression? Where have you needed the approval of a particular audience so much that you've shaped yourself around what they want to see rather than what's actually true? Let it come up without judgment. The South Node is not bad. It's the place we're graduating from. We had to learn the Leo lessons. We had to learn to be seen, to value our own expression, and to take up space. That was real and necessary. Now we graduate to being seen without needing the validation, expressing without performing, contributing without requiring the applause. Now we release the performance and keep the genuine expression. That's the South Node graduation. Now take a full, deep breath and let it be expansive. The Aquarian quality of spaciousness, of the wide view, of belonging to something larger than your immediate circumstances. You've felt for genuine belonging. You've named your specific gift. You've found your role in the collective. And you've released the performance and kept the real expression. The North Node shifted today. You are on the right side of it, the side that knows who it is and offers that without apology. That belongs because it belongs fully rather than by conforming. The revolutionary changes things not by fighting the system, but by simply being too fully themselves to fit inside it. The Aquarian contribution is the one that exists because one person refused to be anything other than what they genuinely are. You're invited to be that person in your full, specific, undiluted self for the next 18 months and beyond. Welcome to the Aquarius North Node. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes.